there, Seahawks! Thanks for joining us for another week here at The Current. I'm your host, Britton, and today we're going to be exploring one of Wilmington's musical gems, the Schoolboys. Later, we'll be joined by Dr. Olsen, chair of the UNCW Communication Studies Department, and Dr. Bolduc, an associate professor, members of the Schoolboys band. We're so proud that the Schoolboys are locally based here in Wilmington and also include another UNCW member. Unfortunately, the other member could not join us today, but have no fear, Dr. Olsen and Dr. Bolduc are here. Without further ado, let's see what's rockin' and rollin'.
First of all, thank you for being here. We know that you're both busy, but we appreciate you taking the time out of your days to come and meet with us. So without wasting any time, how are you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Doing great, yeah.
Good. Well, thank you for being here. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourselves?
What would you like to know? I'm Bill Bolduc, and I'm a professor, an associate professor in comm studies, and I teach media production, so field video.
Perfect.
Primarily, yeah. I've got a wife and two kids, a son at NC State and a daughter in Alaska.
Very cool.
And two cats.
And three cats.
Can't forget the
I
animals.
inherited my daughter's cats, so 3 cats.
Perfect.
I'm Dr. Rick Olsen. I'm currently a department chair. I'm a communication generalist, so I teach a lot of our core classes when I'm not doing the department chair thing. I play keyboard. I'm also happily married with 2 kids, 21 and 23, and we have 1 cat.
Very cool. Nice.
He's Winnie.
Winnie.
No, Mocha's cool. Mocha's a good cat.
So for those who aren't familiar with the band, who is the other member?
Dr. James Hunt, and he's a professor in marketing, and he's our drummer or percussionist, depending on the size of the gig.
Okay, nice. So how do you guys go about managing such a busy job, role in the department, and being in a band?
We tend to keep them separate.
Mm-hmm.
There are times when where we might have a gig on an afternoon where we
Right.
work during the day, and those are the hardest times because switching gears from being a professor and a chair and a campus person to now we got to get our equipment and set it up, and things tend to move pretty quickly. Those are some of the more difficult gigs that we have because it surprises me that it still is challenging to make that shift, and so that can be kind of hard. But we play enough gigs that it stays fresh and it stays fun.
Good.
So we enjoy it, and we're not overwhelmed with it. We're not like trying to make it big. So we do as many gigs as we can handle, and if we feel like things are getting crunchy, too much, then we'll back off a little bit.
Of course.
Yeah, and I think it's always been understood that it might be our 5th priority, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So family comes first, the jobs, the kids, all that stuff, and so it's always been a hobby band. We haven't been trying to make it big. We haven't been trying to pay rent, which has been nice because then it stays where it needs to stay.
It's a good thing too. Yeah.
Has the band dynamic ever been strained, or does it help that you guys work together?
Yes and no. I mean, it helps that we work together,
right?
Because we can and we were all in similar family stages, especially the 3 of us. But there have been strains, for sure, with some band members that, where there were different musical influences and tastes and goals. And so, yeah, we've had the same kind of conflicts any band might have had. But in general, it's been great that we've done life together, overall.
Good.
Yeah, there have been people have different ideas about how you should perform and at what volume level and those kinds of things. I think the way it settled out, we used to be a 5-piece. I mean, going back to the 1998.
Yeah.
I think so. We've been playing together for a long time.
A long time.
And so we were 5-piece, and a number of different people switched in and out with the band at that point in time. With 3 of us, the 3 remaining, we all are pretty much on the same page. We don't have a whole lot of disagreements. The biggest point of indecision is more what do we want to work on? What kind of songs do we want to do next? Can we make this? Somebody brings a song to the band, and we're like, can we make this work? And we try, and we might just go, will it work? No, that one doesn't work. Oh, hey, this one does.
Yeah.
So yeah, not a whole lot of arguments and stuff right now. It's pretty congenial.
Awesome. Yeah.
We all get along well and have similar ideas about what we should be doing.
Great.
Yeah.
And what instruments do you each play, and what are your responsibilities?
Okay, I play guitar pretty much. And I have, this one's a hybrid that I have today. It does both kind of an acoustic-y sound and electric, but usually it's electric guitar. And I sing backup, mostly a little bit of lead. But so yeah, that's kind of what I do.
Okay.
And a little percussion now.
A little percussion now and then, yeah.
I play keyboard and also harmonica and vocals. And then sometimes, again, depending on a breakdown, we might do some percussion, shaker eggs and those kinds of things.
Okay.
So yeah. And then I'm also the control freak. So I also, the gear is in my garage and all the cables get coiled mine.
Right.
That's not surprising. But
that's the main reason I'm glad he's in the band. Because he takes care of all the equipment and makes sure it all stays organized.
It's helpful.
Otherwise, it would be in a big pile in my garage. So
cords
but
everywhere.
It works out well.
Okay. And what has been your favorite performance so far?
I would say way back, we did a fundraiser that I don't know if they still do it, Wing Fling. And it came after about 4 or 5 days of bad weather, and the weather was perfect. And there was probably several thousand people in Longleaf Park. And that was pretty fun. I mean, having that kind of a crowd and professional sound and raising money for a good cause, and it was awesome.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
We played before Midnight Madness once or twice. And that was a lot of fun because we set up kind of up in the rafters of Trask Coliseum. And played out and pretty loud, and that was a good time, and it was kind of neat being associated with that. One thing that I think both of us would agree that we did for a long time, the Communication Studies Department was part of a fundraiser for the Pink Ribbon campaign, and so we played every year for 10 or 11 years straight, something like that, and a couple of those gigs were like on the top of the Real Cafe downtown.
Oh my gosh.
And so it was, they were in October. And so the weather was great. And you're looking at the bridge out one direction. And that was really cool. That was a lot of fun. And it felt like we were playing for a home crowd. And we would auction off a song. So like one of the students would bid for a song or a graduate, and they'd come up and they'd sing a song with us and stuff. So that was really cool. That was one of my favorites over the years.
It was a family event. Yeah.
Very cool. Nice. And what are your dreams for the band?
Massive stardom with M&M's only yellow, no. I mean, I think the dream for the band has really been realized, which is the audiences will say that we're doing genuinely good music. So I don't feel like a gimmick. And then the other thing is the friendships and the camaraderie of co-creating our versions of songs. I think when we shifted from a cover band to trying to nail the original to how do we want to do this, that for me was the realization of the dream.
Okay. And what was your worst performance, and did you learn anything from it?
Okay, so worst for me was trying to do new things. So when we became a trio, I tried to replace the bass player. And there were a couple of times when I epically failed the bass line and got all screwed up, and then I couldn't sing the lyrics. And so we've had a couple of crash and burns. The most awkward gig was a 1-song gig where they did really bad event planning.
Oh no.
And then as soon as the guest speaker stopped speaking, everybody left. So we had played one song.
Oh no.
And then packed up.
That was over in, not Bernie Hall, it was over in Warwick Center. For about 3 or 4 chancellors ago.
And honors meets the chancellor reception. Like that. Everybody left.
So we got all set up. It took us an hour and a half to get set up. We got ready. We played a song. She came in, said a few things, left, and we were all standing there with our instruments on. And
where'd everybody go?
Yeah, exactly.
That's awful.
So well, it was bad. That was
right. At least you got your one song in.
I don't think we've had anywhere we've really just completely crashed and burned for a whole gig. There have been a few where we had some of the band dynamics you were talking about earlier came up where it was pretty loud.
Right.
And we were, we were trying to kind of rein that in, but it was, part of that was growing pains and figuring out what we were. So.
And some of those have been bad event design. So like the crowd is over here and this is where they put the stage, but then they put the food and everything that would keep the people. So we played to a brick wall for 2 hours. So that was fun.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. And then people would come up and go, we really liked your music. Well, cool.
Okay. Did you even hear it?
Yeah.
Well, alrighty. Last question. What is your favorite song to play?
It depends on the venue. Like there's some high energies favorites. I'm really enjoying night moves right now, but give me, I'm all right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but when we're acousticy and down, I'd say "Ain't No Sunshine" is one of our favorites.
Perfect. I'm ready to hear it. I thought all professors were just talk, but let's hear you guys play.
All right,
Great.
thanks.
I'm excited to once again introduce our musical guests and beloved professors, Dr. Olsen and Dr. Bolduc. Since you guys look so professional, I'll hand the show over to you now.
Thank you very much. Here we go. An old Bill Withers tune. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gone to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. And I know yeah, ought to leave this young thing alone, 'cause there ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. All right, now we're going to do a Tracy Chapman tune. This is probably one of the first tunes we put together. We enjoy blues-based rock and roll. Give me one reason. Give me one reason to stay. I'll turn right back around. Give me one reason to stay. I'll turn right back around. Because I don't want to leave you lonely, but you got to make me change my mind. Baby, change my mind. Baby, I got your number. I know that you got mine. I'll turn right back around. You can see me turning, 'cause I don't want to leave you lonely, but you got to make me change my mind. Yeah, give me one reason to stay. Give me just one reason why. Baby, just give me a reason now. Give me one reason to stay. I'll turn right. You got to give me a reason why. 'Cause I told you that I love you, and there ain't no more to say.
I wasn't ready to be moved so much this early in the morning. That was fantastic. I'm so thankful that you guys could be here to show us what the Schoolboys are all about. On behalf of all of us, thank you and keep making great music.
Thanks, Kristen. Being in a band sounds awesome. It's too bad I can't play any instruments well enough to join them. If you have any interest in following their journey, want to get in contact, or listen to some of their sample songs, go check out their website, schoolboysband.weebly.com. Be on the lookout for their upcoming performances at local venues to enjoy some good music and to show your support. Now, I hear that Brynn has something she's been waiting to say.
Thanks, Sam. We should go to their next performance together. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We want to give a huge thank you to Dr. Olsen and Dr. Bolduc for that outstanding performance and inside scoop. To all of our viewers who have watched The Current this season, we'd like to take a moment to give a big shout out. Thank you for staying tuned. That wraps up our final episode and this season of The Current. Until next time, bye.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away.